like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Packers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Black 22. Who that? Where we go? Right there.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long.
Green, come and see. 54 is Mutt. Hayward. Check. Watch 54. Watch him go. Watch the run.
Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Flip. Right there. Right there. 54.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
47 from Mike, boys. Hey, exit. it. Check, 47. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Check. 11. 6. Pull it high.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Tackles.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left. They've got his man complete. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, echo. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Clear. You got to get the ball. See, you get the ball right here. Let's go. Rush in.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Go. Switch out.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Check 4, check 4.
Greystone, travel.
Check Mike.
Ready to go. Snap.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Cook with a first down and much more. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jared Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, let's bring it.
11. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
They'll toss it to Coleman. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
13. 36.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Wait.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So don't say nothing.
Look at me. Door.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Hey, rock it.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
On the set.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
2nd and 14. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill.
Go. Yo, go.
Mike,
Mike.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Here we
So
go.
the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
21.
check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47 Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's caught by Coleman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, 47. I'm coming.
One, Omaha.
No.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Two.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Double time. Hey, 4 down. Wide, get wide.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And now I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yep. Motion backfield. Hey, check Mike.
This time they stay on the ground. A little juke. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
March 47. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
What?
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Complete to number 83. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. 54. Come to Wild World. We won.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Get in the weight room. Watch safety three. Watch
X3. 218. Chopper. Sit up.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". 3 buzz. Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Hard. Go.
He'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check.
21.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here we go. You draw quarter.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Coleman now. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! Hey, alert! 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 I got you. Hey, Delta! 27 mark, 27.
From the 24, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
54's Mike. Ready? Now.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Team 6. Team 6.
There, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Back to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 50-yard line.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Come on, dude. Hey, Orbit. Mike.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll look to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Come on, fellas.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, what's that? What's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Charlie.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Pass. Hit it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Topper! Ready, go. Hey.
Motion. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Shoot.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Bravo.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Check 26. Check 26. Safe.
Leo!
They'll try and run it in. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Big Ed.
They will run again with Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now look at him go. The 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Alert!
It's Coleman here, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So the victory here for San Francisco, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for San Francisco, it was